welcome back. My name is Lizzie Luna, and today's pick a card question is, are they trustworthy? So this is just like a simple format. It's going to be either yes, no, or maybe. So there's going to be like a questionable pile or two, I'm sure, but I'll try to give you the most concise and thorough answer as possible. So we have 3 piles to choose from, and the minerals today are actually were a gift from Brian, who has his own shop, and his shop is going to be linked down below where the description is. It's Brilliant Gems and Minerals. So thank you so much, Brian, for these. I really appreciate them. He has like the coolest things on there. Okay, so we have 3 piles. So have your person in mind that you're questioning if they're trustworthy or not. Take a second and then let your eyes gravitate towards the pile that feels best to you. So pile 1 with the selenite, peach selenite. Pile 2 with the Shungite or Orgonite pyramid. Pile 3 with the Orthoceras fossil shaped like an ammonite. Okay, so if you need any more time, feel free to pause the video, and the timestamps will be down below. So I'll be starting with pile number 1. So is your person in mind trustworthy? So when it comes to selenite, this is like a good stone for clearing energy. So this is just like the kind of mineral that just wipes away things. So it's kind of like the soap of the mineral world. It's just like it clears out energies. So maybe there's, you need some clarity for this situation. So we have the Fool, the 2 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the Tower, the Star, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of Pentacles, and 7 of Pentacles. And then we have a bunch of other cards: Dragon's Lair, Material Harvest. Let me see if we can fit them all. I got like pretty ambitious with the amount of cards today, but hopefully it'll give you a bigger picture. Financial and material changes, Thanatos, and Circle of Eternal Joy. Okay, so let me just put that one there for now. That's good. Okay, so is the person that you have in mind trustworthy? Well, starting with the Fool, like something happened in your person's past that made them feel like an idiot, basically, because they went blindly into a situation in their past, maybe this one, perhaps that you're currently in, and it threw them off completely because it's clarified by the Tower. So this tower is cute. It's like cats getting spooked off of furniture, but your person lost their stability, like some type of foundation, some type of they lost their footing. So because of that, they're kind of on guard. They're like not really sure how to go about things, They're kind of like taking their time because we have the 2 of Swords here, and like this depiction's funny. It's just like a cat yawning, but it's just like being aloof, kind of like not being in or out. It's just kind of like, I'm here. So because of that, your person in mind, like their judgment is just kind of stagnating. They're like not really sure if they can trust something or if they're going to lose their footing again. So I think your person in mind has trust issues because of the past, not with you, but I think in the past they have like had their heart broken. This is a 3 of Swords, and I think someone just like took advantage of them, or they went blindly into a situation, and they kind of just like, that person just kind of ate them up alive. And because of that, like this person is guarded, but this person has a lot to offer, and they want to make sure that things are fair and balanced, like in your dynamic. So we have the 6 of Pentacles here, and this is like a very trusting Six of Pentacles. Like this cat's sleeping, but like the cat knows what he has to offer, or what the cat has to offer. So this is more about being cautious and making sure that the investment that your person puts into this dynamic, this relationship, is going to be rewarded. You know, this is the Seven of Pentacles, and it's like a cat treat dispenser. So it's like, okay, what am I really investing in here? You know, like, is this gonna bring back something? Like, is this gonna be worth it, or am I gonna have another tower moment here, which is gonna totally throw me off? So because of that, I think your person moves slow, and that might make them seem a little bit indecisive. It might make them seem a little reckless or reluctant, or even like stagnate, like just aloof. But it's not without reason, because this person actually has a lot to offer, not just like financially, but like this person is like a high value person. So they've learned to protect themselves, their resources, their energy. So because of that, they do have boundaries. We have the Dragon's Lair here, and I'm going to read to you what it says in the book about this card. Let me see. Okay, so it says, you are always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path that you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life fully lived isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but the greater value in risk is taking the remaining. But there is greater value in risk taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. So this person definitely has their guard up, but I mean, they have they're protecting the foundation that they currently have. You know, their sense of stability is precious to them, as it should be, right? So this person just is self-preserving because they've been knocked out of their alignment before, and they don't want to do that again, especially if this is like a new situation. They don't want to just jump blindly as they did in the past with the Fool card. You know, they don't want to look like an idiot again, basically. But I think they have a lot of, they have a lot of happiness to offer, a lot of value to offer. We have the financial and material change. So I think when this person, if this is like a relationship question, I think once this person commits, they actually fully commit. You know, they don't, once they make that choice, they don't look back. They don't get cold feet after they finally say, okay, yes, I'm doing this, you know. So it takes them a while to get there, but once they get there, they have a lot to offer, you know. So they're protecting their resources, but that doesn't mean they're going to be hoarding stuff for the rest of their lives. It's just they want to make sure when they invest right, which is pretty smart. And then we have this card. I'm going to read to you what it says in the book. I love this one. It's the archetypes, the wild unknown archetypes. Okay, so what it says about this one: it is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying that we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies the initiation into the underworld. So the keywords are grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. So I think your person has had like a dark past and is linking up their past experiences, like in this spider web, you know. It's like they're connecting all the dots. They're making sure that they have their bases covered, basically, and they're not just going blindly into a situation. They're seeing what the infrastructure is, and they're like, okay, can I work with this? Can I not work with this? Is this a trap? You know, am I going to be the fly and there's a spider? You know, like, they want to know what they're getting themselves into. So I think this person is trustworthy. Like, this is a really positive pile. They're just a little reluctant, but not without reason. But they do have a lot to offer, and they have a lot of fun. So we have the circle of eternal joy. So I think, like, once again, like, I see this like circle and it says eternal joy. So like, I think once this person finally jumps in, like, they're not going to look back. They're not always going to have cold feet. So I'm confident in saying, like, yes, this person is trustworthy. So this is a good pile. Good pile to start off with. Happy pile. So I hope that resonated for you. Or that you found it entertaining or a bit more clarifying to your circumstance. I'm going to be moving on to pile 2 now with the Shungite Orgonite pyramid. So this is like my first piece of Shungite anything, and it's so awesome. It's like super black, so it's like it reminds me of like a vortex and like a black hole, and it just absorbs. It's supposed to just absorb any negative energy. And it's just so black, like it just absorbs light. So I could totally see how they make that correlation. Okay, so is your person trustworthy? Pile 2. We have the 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Temperance in reverse. Let's see, the Sun in reverse, the World, 2 of Cups in reverse, Peaks of Joy, Disruption, Hidden Knowledge, and the Mirror. Okay, so starting with the 10 of Pentacles, like, your person in mind is very material, like career oriented, or like materially driven. So this person is all about making it, like making money, making success, like putting out a name for themselves, making a name for themselves, and maybe even making a legacy. Like, they're interested in like having recognition and providing not only for themselves but for the people that they care most about. So like, this could be like their family or the people that they work with. Like, they do seem to be a team player when it comes to financial success. Like, in the material world, like, they will play fair. But at the same time, I feel like because they're so focused, like, by monetary gain, I feel this is the Sun in reverse. Like, it's clarifying the 10 of Pentacles. Like, it brings them down a bit. So they're kind of burdened by the amount of responsibilities that they have currently. I kind of feel like it's kind of like a controlling thing in a way. Like, they want to have their finances in order, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody should have their finances in order, but because of that, like, I think they're a bit ego driven. Like, they want to make their name known, and they want their claim to fame, and they want to be like recognized by the world as like, look at what I've accomplished, these are my successes. So because of that, I think they're willing to not really play things that fairly, because we have Temperance in reverse. So this is like the kind of person that I think would like step over people in order to gain success. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of person that's gonna like do something that's like slip something the last minute of something, and they're like, oh yeah, I did that, I took credit for that, that was totally me, even though they were getting help from somebody else. They're not even acknowledging that person. Like, this is the kind of energy that I get. So because of that, like, I kind of feel like maybe like they're a little bit deceptive, you know. And And because of this, like, I think that they've, like, how can I say, this is like the Two of Cups in reverse. So like they've probably like broken some hearts along the way. They've probably like spilled like some cups, like some emotions, and like what was it? Like they've just like trampled over people to get to where they are now in a way. So I'm not saying your person's evil. I'm just saying they're a little bit self-centered, a little bit self-motivated, a little bit self-focused, and because of that, they're a little bit immature. I see this, we have the Peaks of Joy card here, and I mean, let me read to you what it says. Like, I kind of just focus on like how it's a child playing and they're alone. So like, I kind of just see this as like, oh, I just want to do me, and you know, who cares what everybody else thinks. So it's kind of like they can be in touch with their inner child, which is super good, you know, but I think like they're just driven mostly by the material world. Like this is the most that I could see, and they're willing to like ruffle a few feathers to get their way. So be mindful of that. Let me read to you what it says about this card. So it says, your life is filled with happiness, so share it with others. Joy is yours today. No matter what your inquiry, you will be happy with the results. You're coming closer to a sense of achievement, and you've worked hard for it. You're surrounded by true companions and events that are synchronistically arranged to bring you to the next level of your life. The world is singing a beautiful harmony. Life is exhilarating and hopeful. Let gratitude fill your heart, and remember to share your happiness. Joy is contagious. So like, you know, this person isn't evil by any means, so don't think that, please, because like they do want to share their happiness and their wealth with like the people that they care most about. But I think, yeah, they're really ambitious. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I think they're willing to like disrupt the status quo because of it. So that's just something to be aware of, right? We have this disruption card, and I think like this person, like you can see it, like they're just kind of like throwing a fit here, like why didn't I get my way? You know, so they're kind of like, they want to be the person in charge, you know, they have a very alpha personality, like it's my way, like I'm here, like a mother bear, like don't get in the way of my ambitions, you know, like I'm gonna rip your head off if you try, you know, touching my little bear cubs. That's the energy that I get. So like really protective, but like that doesn't necessarily mean not trustworthy. It just means that they're really driven and ambitious and will do what it takes in order to get to wherever goal they have. So this is kind of like, just be aware of it, you know, be mindful of that, and yeah, just like seek, like try to get to know this person more. With this card, it says hidden knowledge, silent understanding. So there's just stuff in this dynamic, in this relationship, that you're not 100% aware of yet, that it's just a matter of asking the right questions, you know, getting a little bit more about your person in mind's history, and just asking them, you know, how do you feel about this? Why is this important to you? You know, like just asking them about their past will really be able to paint the right picture for you of like where this person is headed in life and what they truly find important, you know. So I don't think this person's not trustworthy, but I think they have, like, they can get a little selfish or like singularly focused. So just be aware of that, you know. And then we have the mirror. So let me read to you what it says about the mirror. Okay, so we look into mirrors every day without recognizing them as portals into another realm. They can shatter, flatter, distort, reflect, and project an image back to us that we deem to be true. The energy of the mirror is all about self-perception. When the archetype of the mirror appears, we are in the mythic land of Narcissus, who saw himself reflected in a pool and fell in love with his own image. the whole like self-absorbed thing, like once again, like this person really loves themselves, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not saying this person is a narcissist. Even like, obviously, like if you already felt that way about this person, then okay, maybe that is an inclination of like, that is the right direction. But if you have no previous thoughts of like this person being self-absorbed, then don't go there, you know. Use your discernment for that. So compelled by his reflection, he could not turn away, a fixation that eventually led to his death. Recognize the power and danger of the mirror. It is a construct, one that may drive a shard in between you and your true self. The mirror contains trickster energy. Put the phone down, stop with the comparisons, and let the mirror stand empty for a while. Rest with the one inside. So this is telling you to just be aware of like how this person perceives themselves, you know, like ask the right questions and it'll illuminate the right answers for you as far as like what this person finds value in. So is this person trustworthy? I think this is like a maybe, you know. It's just really depending on what their priorities are in life and what their value system is and what they're motivated by. And that's just a matter of asking the right questions. But obviously being ambitious is not like I can't trust you, you know, being so focused on like winning, that's not an indication of like, you know, not being trustworthy. So I think this is a maybe. So just use your discernment for this one for sure. I'm going to be moving on to pile 3 now. Okay. So pile 3 with the Orthoceras carved ammonite. This one's so cool because it's like Inception, because this is like this is not the natural shape, but this is like a fossil in the shape of another fossil. So it's just Inception fossil. Okay, so pile 3. Is your person trustworthy? We have the 10 of Wands, the Page of Swords, 6 of Cups in reverse. Oh, Ace of Swords. Wow, look. I didn't even notice until now. It's like the same shape. That's crazy. Okay, that's interesting. All right. Death in Rebirth, Knight of Cups, 3 of Swords, the Womb, Wizard of Awareness, New Beginnings. Oh, we have a lot of cards. Solar Plexus Chakra in reverse, Heart Chakra in reverse, and I don't know if it's gonna fit. And Friendship. Okay. Can you guys see it? I don't know. Maybe. All right. So starting with the 10 of Wands, this person is like, has had to like start over in a lot of ways, and because of that, like, they're starting fresh. Like, they might have had, like, I think this is a pile where this is like a newer connection, or something drastic has happened. Like, the whole foundation has shifted, and like I just see this as like, you know, traveling energy, new energy, but it's also burdensome. So this is like, this person feels kind of like they've had to start fresh, and that has like awakened part of who they are. Like they're getting all this information now, like all of these downloads as far as like just like wisdom and experiences, and they're just like really taking everything into account and really studying, you know, their past. Like they're very inquisitive because they don't want to recreate whatever happened in their past. Like, it just doesn't seem like the most positive pile as far as like what this person has experienced in the past. Like they've been through some heavy stuff. Like, from what I could see, like they've had to start fresh. They've had to like pack their bags and go and move a new place, and it doesn't have to be literal, but there just has to be like they're starting fresh, and they're really trying to learn from their past. Like, they're really trying to be like, okay, why did that happen? I don't want to ever repeat that again. That was so painful. Like, this person wants to learn from their past, but there's just so much kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like this kind of feels a bit chaotic. Like, even just the colors, like they don't make any sense. They're just all kind of like all over the place. And like when I even look at it, it kind of makes me feel nauseous. I don't know why. I think this person is just feeling a bit, well, definitely ungrounded, because they've had to like reinvent themselves in a lot of ways. We have the death and the rebirth. So like, I don't think they have a clear picture of themselves, like their identity. Like, I don't think they truly know who they are. And in a lot of ways, it's like, how can you trust someone who doesn't fully, like, nobody fully knows themselves, right? But it's like, this person is just kind of like a blank canvas, but they have like trauma as well, because they have the Six of Cups in reverse and then the Knight of Cups. So like, even this person's sweet expressions seem a little bitter sometimes. They're just like, huh, like, was that a compliment or a backhanded compliment? Like, it's just, it like what this person says sometimes like throws you off, I feel, because it's just like, it's supposed to be sweet, but it's like, wait, like, did you just call me fat? You know? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just kind of feels strange, like how the energy is just so mixed up here. And I think it's just because this person has had like a really painful past. So, I mean, honestly, I think this person is trying to reinvent themselves. Like, this is the overall message that I get. And they're trying to figure out who they are. But because of that, you know, like when you're moving to a new place, when you're rediscovering who you are, it's hard to feel grounded. It's hard to express yourself in a creative way, in a loving way. You know, when you have survival on the mind, like, how can you be sweet? How can you be creative? How can you feel like you really have your heart open? You know, like, how can you truly be compassionate towards others when you feel like you don't even know where you're gonna like spend the night the next day? And it doesn't have to be that severe, but these are just like the illustrations that are reminding me of that. So I think what this person needs more than anything currently is like your friendship, like your support. And I don't know what dynamic you two have, but I think like this person wants to feel safe and wants to feel supported and wants to be playful. So this person, I don't think can really build too much right now. So it's like, I just feel like this person's overwhelmed. So it's just a matter of being okay with that, you know, knowing that person's capacity and trusting that, you know, like that you're there for them as much as you can be, because I don't think this person is even really being creative or has an open heart. We have these two chakra cards in reverse. So I feel like there's a lot of like standoffish energy. And it's because they're starting fresh, they're starting new. You know, all of these, like we have the Ten of Wands, death, rebirth, and then the new beginnings card. It's like this person is trying to find their footing and they're trying to learn from the past. So like, I'm not saying this person's like evil or anything. It's just, I feel like this person is living in a lot of chaos, or they're in a transitional period. So it's like, they're just trying to figure out what their next step is. So I don't think this person is I think this person just needs time and support and a lot of nurturing, because we have this womb card. I'm going to read to you what it says in the book. Everything has an origin story. The womb archetype asks us to contemplate the beginning beyond the beginning, the mother beyond the mother, in a world that often negates the power and necessity of feminine principles. This card returns us to the warmth, tenderness, and the sacred intelligence from which we came. It is a card of receiving, not achieving, of accepting love from the mother of us all. She is the life-giving force that forgives and cherishes even the most wounded and disparate soul. No matter how lost you are, the womb awaits your return to help you heal and grow. This card is a call to keep things simple, to return to the reborn in the name of love. The womb is everywhere. It is beyond gender, beyond time. We are within it as it is within us. So this person like really needs like nourishment and harmony and warmth and love. Like this person needs just like kindness, essentially. Like, they've been through a lot, and because of that, they probably have trust issues. So, like, out of all the piles, like, honestly, I feel like this is the pile that I would be like, is this person trustworthy? If I had to pick a response, I would have to say no. But this isn't just like a lost case. This is like, this person needs a lot of love. So maybe you're not into it. You know, maybe you're like, I don't want a wounded warrior. I just want someone to grow with, you know, then maybe this person isn't the best fit for you. But there's plenty of people that are willing to just be a friend and, you know, have your own boundaries and, you know, just understand that person's capacity and get to know them. You know, we have the Wizard of Awareness. So just get to know them more, you know, really see where they're coming from. And if you're even like, if you're really there to, like, are you capable to help them out? Are you like, do your values align? You know what I'm saying? So like, get to know them more. I'm not saying like run away from this person, but like, you know, they're going through a lot. So I'll read to you what it says. Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing happens to you is personal. People come and go, experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. So this is like, observe more than you contribute, you know, like if you feel like maybe some boundaries have been crossed or like your feelings have been hurt in the situation, like take a few steps back, you know, just like really pay attention to this person and like see what motivates them, see what their value system is, and like see if that aligns with what it is that you're trying to create in the world, you know, because it's like, it's fine if like your values align and, you know, you're not stepping on each other's toes, but like without that awareness, without the asking the right questions, like you're just playing a guessing game of like, maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't, you know? So yeah, just be an observer and just know that this person's been through a lot and it's not because of you. So yeah, like, is this person trustworthy? I would say this person doesn't even trust themselves right now. So just be mindful of that. But yeah, you can always be loving and supportive regardless of, you know, what that person has been through, as long as you have your own set of limitations of what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. So I hope that brought some clarity to your situation or gave you some insight. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. Yeah, that'll be it. Until next time.